What's up guys, the Bobcat here and welcome to a brand new series on Rome Total War Barbarian Invasion. I did say I was going to be playing it after all. In fact, I'm thinking of playing every Total War game at this point and just going through them chronologically? I believe so. So yeah, here we are. Two things before we begin though. Firstly, in regards to the Rome campaign, I will be doing an epilogue video where I just go and conquer the rest of the world and wipe out the Brutii and the Scipii. I'm pretty confident I can do it, but it's going to take a long time and I don't want you to suffer through it. We already got the victory condition, we'll settle with what we've got. And the second thing is that I'm not going to be playing Rome Total War Alexander. I watched someone play it and it looks really boring and really obnoxious. It looks more like a scenario game than it does an actual Total War game. Well, it's a Total War game, but it looks more like a scenario rather than its own expansion. So instead we're just going to be playing this and then moving over to Medieval 2. It was Medieval 2. Okay. So obviously, single player, main campaign, and I'll admit I have absolutely... sure, I'll keep it on. We'll keep it on medium as well. I have never played Barbarian Invasion, so I don't know what to expect. Now apparently we can play as all the factions starting off. Which is interesting. Well, we could play as a barbarian. Unless looking at it now, it's pretty tempting. But I was actually going to play as the Eastern Roman Empire. Because, you know, we played as the Western Romans. Yeah, we played as Western Romans last time. And, well, I'd like to play as the Easterns, I think. It says its estimate difficulty is moderate, so, you know, hopefully it won't be too bad. We do need to conquer Rome, Carthage and Egypt, but we start off with a lot of territory. So, without further ado, let's hop in. Well, that was quick. Oh, a storm from the east. Hang on a second. Move the microphone a little bit. From out of the steppes comes a new menace to the world. The Huns, the finest cavalry warriors the world has yet seen, and their rivals. And their rivals, or should that be victims, will do well to look to their defences. It is time to strengthen borders, fortify cities, reinforce armies, because by the heavens a storm is coming. So we're currently in 363 AD. Not that far away from the complete collapse of the Romans. But we've got a people in flight. Great, the Vandals. And paganism. Interesting. So, there are a few things about Barbarian Invasion. Firstly, we have loyalty now. I don't believe that was there last time. So, loyalty is, well, how loyal your generals are. In fact, where all are my generals? Well, I've actually got a lot of them. Appear to be in Athens and the like. Okay. All the way down here. So yeah, all the generals have loyalties. Apparently we get lucky and actually got some decently loyal people. Well, maybe not so much him, but most of them look pretty loyal. The lowest I've seen so far is 4. So that's a good sign. Why is our capital Antioch? Is this our capital? No, it's not. Our capital is Constantinople. It's just for some reason our leader's down here in Antioch. Sure. So yeah, all our generals have loyalties, which has its ups and downs, because, well, I say it has its ups and downs, it just has negatives, which means our generals can rebel, which you don't want, because if your generals rebel, then they can take armies and potentially even the cities with them, which is not so good. Other things, there is now 2 religions in the game. There's no... was it 2 religions previously? I don't know, but anyway. Specifically there's 2 religions, which are Christianity and paganism. I believe paganism is essentially... yeah, the old Roman stuff. So we have to make choices about which one we want to convert to. Also, all our generals have their own religions as well, which again has negatives because, well, has positives and negatives because our generals are going to, well, it says try and convert the population of the cities, as you can see here. But our buildings are also going to do that as our neighbouring regions. So we ideally want to go Christian, I believe. I wanted to go pagan, but I've read that Christianity is just better. It seems like Christianity... seems like Christianity just gives happiness. Oh well, we'll go Christian anyway. So we do need to knock down all these temples, but we also need to be careful because not all our generals are Christian. He's pagan, for example, so keeping this settlement... Well, this settlement's mostly pagan anyway, so honestly swapping these two around, or at least taking him out of there, wouldn't be such a bad idea. We'll have to knock that down, unfortunately. But, you know, we can make do. We've got Sol Invictus, which is law and happiness. We all know the fun times about law, don't we? How much is corruption looking? I'm not seeing any right now. There's a little bit. Fortunately, Christianity appears to give corruption bonuses as well. Bonuses to getting rid of it, I should say. So, let's start off by doing stuff. We own all of this apparently, which is good. That means there isn't another city there. Though we will need to get our generals out of the cities to go and start putting watchtowers down. What else? We also need to make sure we strengthen our borders. We have a sneaky army here with comitatenses and some limitani. So that's nice. Got a diplomat. Let's try and get you over to here to speak with the Goths. See if we can't make friends with them. There's a bunch of mechanics as well in Barbarian Invasion. There's got factions like the Goths, and in fact we saw them all on the title screen. But the Goths are a horde faction. Now they don't look it at the moment, but they have a set number of cities, obviously. And when you take their final city, the faction will horde, which means it'll get like 10 stacks of just huge numbers of units, which can be devastating. So, our first priority is going to be to fortify our western front, and then focus primarily on the eastern, because we have the Sassanids over here, and the Sassanids are very, very dangerous. So we're going to be focusing on destroying them first. By the way, in case you're wondering how I know all this stuff, it's because I looked up a guide before I started playing.
No more moves, sir.
So yeah, just a little cheaty.
No more moves, sir.
So let's start with just focusing on infrastructure, I suppose. By the way, the religion of the faction is determined by the religion of the current ruler, who I believe is you, isn't it? I suppose I could just look at the family tree and find out. He's the heir, so is it that guy? Oh no, he is the faction leader. Oh, okay, Augustus. So Augustus is the emperor and Caesar is the heir. Okay, cool. Probably should have read that. But basically our entire family is going to mostly just be Christian. So we are going to want to go Christian fairly quickly. So we need to focus on making our cities happy and also knocking down these temples. We're also going to want to drag this guy out because he's putting paganism out. So brace yourselves. I would love to go pagan, but I'm just going to go Christian. If you step out, is it going to get happy? Yeah, it is. Okay, I thought. Up here, this place is predominantly pagan, which we don't want. In fact, that actually made the city happier. So you're going to build that. We're going to lower the taxes. Make sure you're nice and happy. What else do we want? we're definitely going to want to make sure we build up our infrastructure, so we are going to want ports everywhere. This place might be a bit trickier, because that's a bigger temple. I'm probably making a mistake by doing it this way. Now, unfortunately, this general is... he is pagan, so that's not so good. So we might want to ship him out of there and get him down to the... to either the west or the east. We'll think about it for now. You're Christian, very nice. Get yourself a port, because we need the money. No, you are not on auto build, thank you very much. No governor, but you're pagan. What's the population like? Eh. Gotta love knocking down buildings. Gonna have to do so much editing to get rid of all that noise. You... what about you? Are you pagan? No, you're Christian. Excellent. Might as well just get it... should I? Get the sewers first. I'll give you a bit of happiness bonus. Were you pagan or were you Christian? Yeah, you were pagan. So we're definitely going to just scoot you out of the city. Do you have any other good traits? Not really. So it's fine to leave you out there. You're going to start walking around and start planting some towers so I can see what's going on in my territory.
Build tower. Onward.
Because
Move, sir.
I like
Build
having
tower.
visibility on the map. Were you... you're Christian, okay. In the pink. Good.
General.
We already have a watchtower there, thankfully.
Sir.
You don't have a leader. You
Imperator.
do. He's pagan. Okay, good. I guess pagans make decent commanders at least. What are these cities? Okay, that was fine. Ah, yes, this one is pagan. We've got Sinop that doesn't have a religion, apparently. Mostly Christian. This place is mostly Christian and it's got a ton of Christian conversion strength. That's because you are basically the converter of our faction. So he's going to definitely be moving at some point. Because he's the guy we want to be sending around to all our cities, helping to convert them. You've already got a port. You are fine, you're fine, you're not fine. Not in the slightest. What is the you? You Christian? You are Christian. How else to do this? Would this make you happier? Well, that fixed that problem, I suppose. So, have you got any... no, you're pagan. Gonna have to get you out of there, aren't I? Fortunately, still, you know, the Christianity is still outweighing you at least, so that's fine. So we definitely want to go take Petra. So we should probably start getting an army together. What do we want? Equites would be nice. How do you get those? So I looked, again, as I said, I looked up a guide on what sort of armies and units I should be using. And I'm not seeing what I expected. I need common to Tentes. I said that wrong, I know. Stables. What's the next one up? Okay. What gives me the better cav? Okay, it's the Hippodrome that gives missile cav, which apparently disappeared. Cool. And this one gives all sorts. Apparently I just can't see it. Fair enough. Can I see that one at least? Nope, that's broken. Excellent. Good to know. So, let's just grab some cavalry. Down here, your loyalty's a real problem, actually. Well, you'll be fine for now, I suppose. Get some Limatani, because we're going to need them. In fact, this army's pretty decent, actually, as it is. I did hit every city, didn't I? You're Christian, but the town is pagan. Problem solved. So that's pretty much all our cities sorted out, surprisingly enough. How loyal are you? Pretty loyal. Cool. We'll send you off back up here then. I'll get this guy to join up. These armies are going to be just on patrol, I think. We're not really going to be expanding out this direction. At least not until our allies in Rome fall, because the Western Roman Empire will collapse eventually. So instead, we have you up here, which is an interesting looking army. Do we have a pagan down here? Got a Christian, he's our converter. Definitely going to want to get him out, as I said. You're Christian as well. Okay, I think that's going to be it for first turn, so let's see what happens, I guess. I'll just move some ships around and see what we can spot. See if there's any rebel lands around here that can be taken. Yeah, don't look like it. Okay, cool. It's in the turn. Nice. Don't know where that diplomat went. We have apparently just an army of rebels spawned right in front of us. Thank you very much for that.
Without delay.
Let's go to you and see if we can't get trade rights. No, don't want that one. I want trade rights. Hey. Excellent. Recruitment. Construction. Beautiful. End of turn report. Very nice. I mean, rebels have spawned right in the way. This army, it's got no cavalry, but it does have Limatani, which are actually pretty good for missile units. So, you know what? You're just going to attack them straight up. Cool. And we'll just go in and hopefully it won't be controlled by the AI, because that's unticked. We'll find out in a moment.
Before night comes again, this
I didn't mention this actually,
await my orders.
Your reinforcements have arrived.
but I did kind
This
of...
is hopeful news
I think I did make a mistake actually when playing my other campaign. The mistake being that I grossly underestimated the usefulness of stuff like Velites, and I probably shouldn't have.
Yes, Imperator. Legionary cohort.
So I believe stuff like
Yes,
Velites are actually better than archers when the enemy gets close,
cohort.
because when they throw their peeler, the attack is actually arced, whereas the archers just kind of shoot straight, which, you know, causes holes to appear in the back of our units' heads, which is not so good. It looks like my Limatani are really good at throwing stuff, which is nice. Let's group you guys up. What do they have? Do they have archers? They do not. Excellent. So that means I can go forward with basic impunity. And hey, we even have 30 frames at the moment. Oh, down to 24, 22, 16. Well, they lasted for a little bit, at least. You know, I suppose another good thing is actually that our units, our Limatani and the like, are actually spearmen, so that'll give us an advantage versus cavalry. Bring in our general. Archers are firing, very nice. Also have to do this. Okay. Let's let our archers have some fun. Please shoot the spearmen. Oh, they actually have a mini phalanx. Our units don't. That's a shame. It's like a really, really small phalanx. I still want to walk into that though, I'll say that much. Trying to think what I want to do. Obviously I still want to minimise casualties because I don't want to be losing units unnecessarily. You know, I'm not sure if our Limitani will charge in if I tell them to throw a peeler. Because they might do. Can I right click on them? No. I think there might be a way, but I'm not sure what it is. Well, we're nearly out of arrows, so let's just burn the rest of them up. Group them. Group you lot together to have you move forward. Apparently they've gone into some sort of circle formation. That's cool. Sort of a porcupine or a hedgehog formation. Very nice. Can you hit them with spears? Oh, some of you can. Go on, lay into them. Feeling secure on a hill? Really? I'd be feeling so secure if I were in your situation. Have to do that. That should get my... I was gonna say it would get my javelins closer, but, you know, they backed off. So never mind. You know what, you two? Go to there. The guys at the back aren't doing anything, so that's fine. You can hit them, excellent. See how many spear or peeler you have. Not that much. Looks like these Limitani might just be slightly weaker, commenter 10 says. Well, at least we're doing decent damage to them. Which is good enough for me. Let's group this lot up, have it shuffle forward. Should also put you in there as well. Make sure I use all my peeler as best as possible. No sense in wasting it. Yeah, that's right, just lay into them. Does a surprisingly little amount of damage. And at least we are hitting them. And we are killing some, so, you know, it's not too bad really. Okay. So if you go that way, you go that way. So I'm just going to tell our units to charge them in from the back. You know what, you go after that lot. Go around there. I hope they broke instantly. Not surprising. I'll go through a peeler at that lot. Turn around, go after them. Move in. They're breaking pretty quickly, which is nice. Though my Limitani are being torn to pieces.
Be praised. The enemy general is dead. His men know they're
Pull back, so I don't lose too many of them. Still going to lose some because they're in that blooming porcupine formation. At least my men got somewhat out of there before they got riddled. Let's see if they turn around. Don't really want to charge my cabin, but screw it. Just need to break them. Come on, break. I don't know how they're still holding, to be honest. They shouldn't be, considering there's nothing left of their allies. Even their general's dead. But of course, one unit just likes to hang on in there even though it's melting. It's only just now wavering. General's there, which is good. He's not in the way. Come on, break. Break, break. Come on. How are you just shaken? You were literally... There you go. Jeez, that took ages. Who's left? Oh, apparently their general rallied. Come on, run them down. Shouldn't be any left of them now. Okay, well, we've basically won. Just their general's been a bit of a pain. So I'll come down here. I'll continue for now.
Pursue them and drive them from the battlefield.
Maybe our general can get a few more kills on him. Though I doubt it, 'cause it looks like they're going to get away. Maybe not. Hey.
Rome demands victory from her generals.
Wonderful.
And this day is
Still lost a bit.
Victory!
Yeah, we still lost a
Orders.
couple units of
Merging
common
armies.
defences,
Can't
but
do it, sir.
we'll be able to get them retrained somewhere, I'm sure. What is that? Legio Lanciari. We're definitely going to want them. We're also going to want some more cav, because cav is super useful. That's actually something I forgot as well. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I think I grossly underestimated the usefulness of cavalry. I think I should have had a lot more of it, because cavalry is actually quite powerful. Though it did seem to melt a lot. What else do we want? Well, ideally more units, I think, because we need to be able to actually get armies together. Get more of them. You actually have a massive army here. Didn't even notice that. Where's our spies?
Assassin ready.
Well, an assassin will do, I suppose. Go over here and tell me what's going on. We have a spy down here, who doesn't need to be down there. You're Christian. Do we have a pagan guy around here? Yeah, you're pagan. So you need to not be in there. You're pagan as well. Fair enough. We're out of cash. We're out of cash already. It's already begun. I don't know what the hell we're going to do with this diplomat. Guess we'll send him this way. Use him as a scout. We are going to want to get Petra. Our other diplomat, I suppose. He can go off and find some of the other people. Such as the guys up here. What are they called?
Set sail.
Whatever that faction is.
Ready to sail.
'Cause I'm pretty sure there's some ports up here.
Aye, Captain.
Well, they will be.
Move, sir.
Which would be a nice place to trade. We could also... I don't think we should. Because they might... I don't know which factions hoard and which ones don't. So, don't really want to risk it. Also, those 3 units are pretty powerful, so I'd like to get something to replace them. Ideally not peasants. We also need to go off and get rid of those rebels as well.
General.
Okay, well, once again, I think we're pretty much done for the turn. We're out of cash, somewhat.
General.
We could send this guy off to do something, but, I mean, it's all... This is going to be a real battleground for a decent length of time. Against what I could do with... Guess what I could do with him is send him off over here this way.
Out of move, sir.
To maybe take Campus. What is that? Legesta? I know it's lazy guest, but it has an actual... Just not how you pronounce it. I know that much. Here's what I can do is I can shuffle you out for a little bit.
Forward. Move out. Onward.
Build a watchtower.
Build tower.
Get back in the city.
Out of move, sir.
You are Christian, which is fine.
Imperator.
Do you give any good things to the city? Give negative unrest, which is good. Ooh, a tax farmer. That's not so good, but you're a superior builder, which is nice. I'll probably make more though if I have to move you out.
Sir.
Let's have a look.
Onward.
Oh yeah, a lot more. Don't know why cities are on auto manage. I'm pretty sure I turned that off, didn't I? Yeah, well. We'll have them slowly start moving across. How many turns do we have? Okay. We just have to hold the regions. There is no turns. Cool. Well, in that case... Okay, apparently somewhere here is now unhappy. Did someone die? Lots of things getting built. Ports getting built. No one appears to have dropped dead with the most advanced faction. End of turn report. Rebellion or worse. Yeah, the Western Roman rebels. Why are you so unhappy all of a sudden? Okay, so it was the pagans. That's what was wrong. Well, growth makes you happy, military makes you happy. Pretty much everything makes you happy other than culture. So that's fine. We'll leave it as that. How much would that port give us? Ooh, it's actually a decent chunk. Well then. You, I think, are just going to be focused on trade mostly. I could always build a chapel to boost the speed of conversion, which I probably will. What else? Any cities that are unhappy? Not really, surprisingly, which is good. Not so much there. Let's just get better churches. Get a hermitage there, actually. Get me priests then. I don't know if these guys actually... No, they're an actual unit. They're not a... They're not something separate you can build. What do I want here? Are you maxed out? You are. Good. Well, in that case... Increase the tax rate a little bit. And... I'll get a hermitage as well there. It's probably better places to be building stuff, let's be honest. Should also be building units as well. Get a barracks there. Get barracks queued up there. I want to be able to build some limatani. So I can actually move units out.
Orders. Prepare
Keep
for
on
battle.
going.
Out of move, sir. Sir.
You
Orders.
have seen better days, certainly.
Imperator.
Head up to here.
Out of move, sir.
Some more rebels there. Rebels everywhere. It's not surprising though. Get more of them. Oh, hello. Oh, I'm at war with you. Okay, I didn't realise I was already at war with the Sassanids. Okay, fair enough. Probably means we're going to have to go out and deal with them. Apparently we can also build camel riders. Huh. Slightly weaker. But they scare horses. Well, are you... You're Christian. Okay, good. Get a barracks there, because this is sort of our front line at the moment. Down here... Get a trader, why not?
Sir.
And
Sir.
those eastern archers I think are pretty good actually. So if I go to the practice range, you've got, okay, archers, eastern archers. Okay, so our best units are the repeating ballista by the looks of things, and the carriage ballista. So our archers don't get better than just Eastern archers, which are only what, a tier 2 unit, but still, you know, somewhat decent. What's the difference? Money, that's what the difference is. So can I take those two out? The hell, that made the city happier? There you go. Well, this lot can start
Move out.
heading off.
March.
Build a watchtower.
Build tower.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's quicker probably to take the road than it is to just, you know, walk. Christian. Where's that other pagan guy? It was down here.
Aye, Captain.
Where do we want to send him? Maybe down here, honestly. Because heading across to this part of the world wouldn't be such a bad idea.
Ready to sail.
And I'm not sure how big the Scythian... Not the Scythians, the Sassanids are. Alright, Eastern long range. They are. Okay, that's good. Well, we were building more units down here, weren't we? Well, not really, but we sort of were.
Imperator.
You need to come out, because you're not very good where you are.
Onward.
Being
March.
pagan and all. You're also pagan, so we'll be sending you off in a different direction, I'm sure. You're Christian, which is good. Good, honest Christian.
March. Imperator.
So those guys are going to hop out into this army. Only 3 units in there, so probably wouldn't be so difficult to take.
Depleted, sir.
Does have desert cavalry, mountain men, and peasants. So I might want just a few more units in here. Got some here I can take out.
General. March.
That'll probably be more than enough. And we can just siege it out if we need to.
Depleted, sir. Imperator.
If you leave that city...
Forward.
Okay, regardless of what I put you on, you're pretty much the same. Don't do that. Don't want you building random units. You know what, you can get a spy though. And here... Could do a more Limatani, but we're out of money. So... Yeah, these guys definitely going to need to leave, but I need people to replace them first. Those Limatani, why do they cost an odd number? Do you make it cheaper? Why are they an odd number? I know what, just get peasants then. Because peasants seem to be half the price. As I stated at the start of this video, I've never played Barbarian Invasion before, so all the mechanics and stuff I'm talking about, I only know because I watched somebody else play it. So, you know,
Imperator. General.
grain of salt on all. Or pincher, probably.
At once.
You head up there. Find someone to trade with. How to deal with Assassinids. I'm going to have to attack the army, but I'm going to do it in the next part because we're pretty much out of time. So, I'm going to end the part here. Hope you all have enjoyed, and I shall see you all next time.